Did any one of you know that you can actually play with bots in this game? I just found it out when I was trying to get some footage of the M1 Grunt, since everyone seems to hate playing the Arven, which is quite frankly beyond me why that's even a thing. Sure, they don't have the phosphorus grenade, or så flammen varför så säg can't varför så flammen. But it's still fun to play. Anyway, I was playing with these bots. Sure, they only work on a few maps and they're pretty dumb, but if you want to try out a gun on an actual target, it's way better than practice range, if you just want to see what kind of damage they do. So if you're interested to know how you can start your own local server with bots, I'll leave it pinned down below. Okay, when playing as a Grunt in the south, you have 4 factions and 5 guns at your disposal. Well, that might be factually correct, but in actuality it's more like 2 factions and 2 guns. And those 2 factions are America and America. And it's not like 50-50, it's more like 70-30 in my experience. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with playing the Americans. I'm just saying the Arven also has some fun guns, but the Australians on that they can go f***. When you spawn in as a Grunt, odds are you'll be holding an M16 assault rifle in your hands. And as far as guns goes, it ain't bad, especially at longer ranges. It doesn't have the AK's raw power, but put it into single fire and you'll be pleasantly surprised how easy it is to rack up the kills, even at the longest ranges.
Wait a minute!
Zooming in, I'm zooming in.
Yep, I sure as hell kill that pole, but don't worry, it works on people too. Bang, 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 pow, bang, bang, bang. Pop. But if long range isn't your thing, the M16 can rip through entire squads as long as you have good trigger discipline. Because with only 18 bullets per mag, you'll be surprised how fast they disappear if you're not careful. Or you can just keep it on single fire, which might make things harder if there's multiple enemies and they see you coming, but if you play it smart, it can be just as effective at full auto. Leave this place! The M14 battle rifle is, well, it is, let me put it like this. If the M16 is a scalpel, then the M14 is a battering ram that someone has put on the front of a bullet train that's about to get busted for speeding. That man wasn't there before. This never happened. Redacted. Redacted all over. This is classified information. Classified. It is basically a permanently single-fire AK, but on Psycho yet. And anything that is hit by it is going to have a very, very bad day. And that's even if they survive in the first place, which is extremely unlikely. It is just 20 bullets of complete mind-numbing, dumb, uber-violence fun. No one can stop me from doing my holy work. The time for talk is past. The Lord's work must be done. God damn it. So if you like to see your enemies disappear in a cloud of blood and gore as you happily frolic through the lines whistling a happy tune, then this is the one for you. The L1A1 is to all intents and purposes a M14. It has a bit more damage and recoil, but other than that, it's really the same. So if you like one, you will most likely like the other. But if I can change one thing, I would probably take the sights of the L1A1 and put it on M14. Because they are a little bit larger, which I like. And I just like the M14 a little bit better. I don't really know why. Might be the slightly better recoil, but I couldn't really tell. No! Crikey! 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 That's a crikey. Crikey! Shh, good day, mate. Crikey. Shh, crikey. Trip. Okay, if we are looking for my pure grunt perspective and forget anything else, then I think the R1 has the best grunts in the game. They come equipped with 2 guns, the M1 Grand for raw power and long distance combat, and the M2 Carbine for close range carnage. Let us begin with the M1 Grand, which in my opinion is a great gun. Sure, it might only come with 8 rounds per clip, but they are 8 great rounds which will give the M14 a run for its money any day of the week. And the reload speed is great, so as long as you have some sliver of cover you just lay down, you're probably fine. Now I might be a little bit biased since I have played so many World War II games in my time, and the M1 will always hold a special place in my heart. Now the M2 Carbine is a totally different experience. It is an absolute beast in close quarters. It's like you're having an A10 Warthog strapped to your arm. So if you like close quarter fighting, there's no better gun in the Grunt's arsenal. On with this, some good positioning and good luck, you can cut down entire squads before anyone knows what happened. I just love how much carnage you can cause with this gun. Sure, it can be used at long ranges as well, but I think that is doing it a huge disservice. It's like you bought a fancy new grill just to make vegetarian burgers on it. Sure, it works, but there are way better things you can put on that baby. And that's all I got, so I'd like to thank each and every one of you that watched, commented and subscribed from the last video and all other videos for that matter. It means more than you could ever know to me that you would choose to spend your time watching something that I have made. So sincerely, thank you all.